Okay, we are back again, and sorry I kind of cut off that last one, but I know you got it. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to show you is still with the inks, and this is really easy. We will use the same kind of inks that we've been using. This is another background technique. What you can do is I get these little cups from the restaurant supply store, and they're, you know, really cheap, and you can get hundreds of them in a package, you know, for maybe $5, get a couple hundred of these. Anyway, they're really handy because you just throw them away when you're done. And what we're going to do is just start out making kind of like watercolors with your re-inkers again. We're going to pour a little bit of water in each one of these, a couple tablespoons. And then also we're just going to choose a couple colors of ink and use that and to be the coloring. For the water, this one I definitely would recommend that you use gloves for because it's going to be messy. So we're going to start, I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to use the same ones pretty much as last time. I'm going to use Stream, which was a blue, and just stick a couple drops in each container. I'm going to use Pesto, which is the green. And if I can find it in my stash over here, I'm going to use Butterscotch, which is more of a yellow color. It's really pretty. Sorry. Okay, Butterscotch is more of a yellow, and that's very pretty in there. So we'll use a couple of that. Now you probably can't see it really well yet, but you will in just a few minutes. The best thing you can do is stir these up a little bit. Just take a popsicle stick and just stir the water up so it will color. You don't have to keep wiping your stick off each time. It's really not a big deal. And then we're going to use paper towels. This is a paper towel background. I think this was Tracy Batiste stuff. But use regular paper towels, just the white kind. And all you're going to do is you can fold them up if you'd like, kind of fan fold them. That's a fun way to start. Or you can just crunch them up in a ball. You can do whatever you want to do. But what you do is just fold your paper towels up in some way, and then we're going to start dipping them. I start with the lightest color, so I'm going to start with the yellow and dip it in there. Do a little corner of the blue, and this is just soaking right up. So some of the green, and then just kind of squish it together a little bit. Ended up being extremely wet. I usually don't try to make it that wet, and I've got to find the ends here. And then unfold it. And this isn't the end of everything, so what you start with here is not going to be the end all of it. Actually, this is too wet for me, so I'm going to squeeze this out into another container just to get rid of that extra water. And I might have ruined it, we'll see. But open them out when you're done with that, and you're going to let it dry at this point. It might not look like much at the moment, but once you get done with everything, it's going to be cool. Now, the suggestions I had seen for when you make these is most of these are 2-ply towels. So the suggestions I had seen were to break the towels apart and use them as 2 pieces, and that's good if you can. I just have never had any luck pulling the towels apart. They just rip into shreds. So that's one, and it's just a beginning because later we're going to add more color to this. This is the paper that I used the other day to clean up when we were working on the Tim Holtz style backgrounds. And see, that's kind of interesting right now, but their space is still in there. And you can leave them if you want, but I always use this last moment. I keep these towels and then use them at the end and pick up a little more color. Another thing you can even do is once your paper towels are wet, which is perfectly good, and if they rip, it really doesn't make any difference because you're going to take them apart anyway. But let's say your papers aren't quite how you want them to be. Like say this one isn't quite how I want it to be. Crunch it up, take your ink, if you want it more vibrant, And just drop an ink here or there. Just drop some in. And let's see, do this bottle color, whatever you want. And remember when we did it, where we did it on the spray technique, where we're adding to the paper, if you put it directly on here from a bottle, it's going to give you a whole different color, a whole different look. And you have to get inside the paper here and there too, so wherever you go. And then remember, the paper's damp, so when